It's finally my birthday month, guys. My birthday is on Monday. And that's August 3rd, if you guys didn't know. But my birthday's coming soon and I'm so excited. I'm almost 22. Hey there guys, this is Samantha, and today I have my July wrap-up and August TBR for you guys. And let's begin. This month was actually a very good reading month for me. I enjoyed basically all of the books that I read this month. I'm very happy with this. But yes, the first book that I read this month is The Long Walk by Stephen King, and I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. I thoroughly enjoyed this book. I enjoyed this book way more than The Gunslinger. I am so glad that I finally picked this book up because I really, really enjoyed it. The only complaint that I have about this book is that it really didn't talk about how The Long Walk came about. It was just the actual journey of the kids. It doesn't say about how it started. That would have been basically one of my only complaints about this whole book. The next book that I finished this month is Soulless by Gail Carringer, and this was supposed to be Buddy Read by Whitney over at Accio Books, but she had a little bit of a reading slump, so we really didn't get too much of a buddy read going on. But I give this book a 5 out of 5 stars. I thoroughly... Now there's dogs. I absolutely loved this book. I am so excited to pick up the next books in this series and just read all of them because this book just made me so happy inside. It was so wonderful. Oh my goodness. The next book that I finished this month was I Am Legend by Richard Matheson, and I gave all of the books, because there's short stories in this as well as the I Am Legend story, and each of the different stories in the book I gave a different star rating. Some of them were way better than others. Like one of them was like a page long and it was just awesome, and other ones were like really, really stupid. I didn't understand the purpose of them. But overall I give the whole short story and book together was a 3-star. I think the highest I gave out of them was like 4.5 or something like that, and I haven't posted all my star ratings for it yet, but I have them written down somewhere, and I'm going to put them on Goodreads if you would like to look at my star ratings for each of the short stories. The next book that I finished this month was Legend by Marie Lu. I don't know why I wanted to say Zoo, but I gave this book a 4 out of 5 stars. I enjoyed this way more than I thought I was going to. I was not really looking forward to reading this book. I bought it because there were so many recommendations on it, and I was just kind of, I don't really want to pick it up. That's why I'd been on my TBR for so long. But I'm really glad that I read this. It was a considerably good book. It's a good start to the series, and I am very excited to see how this series goes. The next book that I read this month was Wicked Appetite by Janet Ivanovich, and this was definitely the disappointment of this month. I give it a 3 out of 5 stars. It wasn't bad, but I didn't like the way it was written. It was too matter-of-factly written. Like, it wasn't bad, but it just didn't strike a chord with me. It wasn't, I will not be continuing with this series, but I'm not gonna diss the series. I don't dislike the book, but it's just not something I'm gonna continue reading. And then the last 2 books that I have finished this month were the first and second books in the Percy Jackson and the Olympian series, The Lightning Thief and the Sea of Monsters, and I gave both of them a 4 out of 5 stars, which is more than I originally gave the series when I read them way back when. I gave them a 3 out of 5 stars, and I'm really glad that I reread them. I am currently, let me see, where did I put that book? I'm currently this far into the 3rd book, but I am super excited to continue on with this series. Although I'm kind of disappointed with myself because I did not get to P.S. I Love You by Cecilia Ahern. I started reading the first couple pages, I just wasn't feeling it. Maybe I just wasn't in the mood for it because this was the last book that I picked up this month, and I just wasn't feeling it, so did not get too far into this book. And then now on to my August TBR. And as you guys know, the booktubeathon, I can't talk. The booktubeathon actually starts Monday, my birthday. And I have all of my books that I'm going to be reading in another video if you guys would like to watch that. But I'm not going to go over the books that I want to read for that, but I'll just show them to you guys, which are all of these books: How I Live Now, Spiderwick, The Power of Meditation, Death Note, A Child Called It, The Dark Divine, and Anya's Ghost. But yes, you can look at the video that I posted if you would like a better description of all of these books that I plan on reading. But the other books that I plan on reading this month, because I should be able to get to quite a few of those for the actual week of the booktubeathon, but I know I'm not going to get through all of them, so I'm going to continue reading all of those throughout the rest of the month. And then if I have extra time, then I'm going to finish the rest of the Percy Jackson series. I definitely want to continue reading these books, and I am so excited to continue on with them. Next, I'm going to be trying to read P.S. I Love You by Cecilia Ahern again, because I do not want this sitting on my TBR forever. Like, what was that? That zombie anthology that I had was on my TBR for like 4 or 5 months or something like that, and I just couldn't read it at all. I just wasn't into it at all. But yes, this is going to be at my TBR as well. And then the next 2 books that I have that are on my TBR this month, last month on my video, I asked you guys to leave numbers down below in my description or in my comments or whatever to tell me which book that you wanted me to read, because I have my TBR shelf set up in a way where I can just pick a book out and that's the book I have to read. So again, I'm going to do that again for next month. If you guys would like to give me a book that you guys want me to read, pick a number 1 through 8 and for my shelf that you want to pick from, and then a number 1 through 20, 25, something like that, to pick the actual book on the shelf you want me to read. And then last month I got 2 suggestions for me to read. The first one was Books and More. She chose the numbers 3 and 12, and that one I got The Duff by Cody Keplinger. So Books and More, you picked this book. I'm going to be reading The Duff this month, if I have time for it, so I'm so excited about it. The other person who picked a book number for me is Breeze Books, and she picked the numbers 6 and 13, and the book that she chose was Poison Princess by Kresley Cole, and I've just heard nothing but good things about these books, so I'm very excited that these books got picked. Thank you guys so much for picking numbers for me. If you guys would like to do it again this month, then go ahead and put the numbers down below, and then I will definitely be choosing those books again. But yes, those are all of the books that I have to show you this month. I hope you guys enjoyed watching, because I sure as hell love talking. I will see you guys next time.